Welcome back to another Demon of the Week, and today we're going to have a look at Abaddon. Welcome to my channel. You are entering the world of magic and mysticism with your host, Lee W. Johnson. Keep the lights on and help improve the channel by becoming a supporter for just $2.99 per month. Hit the join button. Okay, straight into the correspondences for Abaddon. What I've picked up is mostly from Jehannam. Sapphire, gold, the plant laurel, the elements of water and fire, the direction of north, the sun, swan, eagle, horse, and the number 7. And we can also include locusts, the abyss, and items of war. And the N is Es Na Ayer Abaddon Avaj. Alright, so revered as the Prince of War and the Beacon of Rationality, Abaddon reigns over the 7th hierarchy of demons, the Furies, as well as cat demons and locusts. His Furies sow chaos, bloodshed, murder, frenzy, carnage, and insanity. This is in reference to Francis Barrett's 1801 book, The Magus, or Magus, where he states, "The 7th mansion the Furies possess, who are powers of evil, discords, war, and devastation, whose name in the Revelation is called in Greek Apollyon, in the Hebrew Abaddon, that is, destroying and wasting." So, Abaddon has earned the title of the Unnameable One, as the angel of the bottomless pit. According to Jehannam, his dominion extends over realms of dark knowledge, poetry, deviant sexuality, witchcraft, particularly necromancy, medicine, solitude, music, mortality, vampirism, and even the sun itself. As a prominent chief among demons and master of the abyss, he wields the authority over death and maladies. And according to Heinsius, Abaddon shares identity with Puthon, who we spoke about recently, also called, according to Heinsius, the Red Dragon or the Red Titan. But this is the Puthon that Apollo killed in Delphi. Now, when we're going to have a look at the association between Abaddon and Apollo just now, but with that association made, it makes it difficult to, or quite unlikely to match the Earth Serpent and the Ruler of the Abyss, being Puthon and Abaddon. Jehannam states that in his role as a psychopomp under Satan's command, he holds sway over the keys to the outer darkness and stands in Uriel's adversary, or stands as Uriel's adversary, who witnessed Christ's crucifixion, and also that Abramelin posits him as a subordinate of Daemon. Now, in reference to Abaddon in the Hebrew and Apollyon in the Greek, some will state that Apollyon is not Apollo, however, others do. The following is an examination of that which supports the idea that they are actually the same, or at least, two faces of the same entity. So in terms of Apollyon, this is actually a clever Greek wordplay, merging Apollo, or Apollon in Greek, with destroyer. This association is drawn from Revelations chapter 9, verse 11, which reads, "They had as king over them the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon and in Greek is Apollyon," that is, destroyer. So while Abaddon signifies destruction or ruin in Hebrew, its Greek counterpart is Hades or abyss, which is Abyssos in the Greek, which is not an exact match to Apollyon. However, John, from Revelations, seemingly opts that Apollyon, due to its resemblance to destroyer and Apollo in the Greek. This link to Apollo is subtly woven throughout Revelation 9. According to the Anchor Bible Dictionary, some manuscripts even substitute Apollo with Apollyon. Apollo associated with death and pestilence, often aligned with the verb apollimi or apollio, meaning destroy. Scholars like Grotius suggest that Apollyon here serves as a nod to Apollo himself. The locust, symbol of Apollo, reinforces this connection also. Isbon Beckworth further explores this connection, noting Apollo's association with plagues and destruction. By using Apollyon, the text underscores the figure's identification with Apollo and his rule as the destroyer of Jerusalem. So, there, as I said, some people will not make that association because it's Apollyon and not Apollon. Apollon is in reference to Apollo, whereas Apollyon, Y-O-N at the end, is not in reference to Apollo. But others do make that association, making Apollyon and Abaddon the same, or at least two different faces of the same being, which relates to Apollo. However, I definitely wouldn't say that this relates to Python, the earth serpent. Two very sort of opposing forces in that respect. Alright, so Motor Wake, apart from all of that, gives the following warning. No nonsense spirit, be direct, and while you can decide to go the other way before you start working, do not back out in the middle of a ritual, and do not forget your offering if you agreed to offer something. You are dealing with destruction itself. Motor also goes on to write, or to say in regard to her personal experience with Abaddon, and from this, Abaddon actually sounds like a more severe version of Mammon. She says the following: an immense presence pulls like the well of gravity deep below, and induces a feeling of trying to go against the pull by simply staying still. Does not see the meaning in the here, now, and the temporary, and hence why has no problem with ripping it all apart. To quote Abaddon, if you would let me, I would rip out all that does not serve you. Alright, so very similar to Mammon's attitude, just rearrange everything, remove everything you don't need, and because you asked him to make your life better, or your business better at least. So very similar in that respect, just sounds a bit more severe, I think. Alright, and that's really Abaddon. And yeah, so I'll see you next week for more. If I remember correctly, next week is Lucifuge Rothakal, and another interesting one. I'll see you then. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.